you get a chance to look at AB Capital at all? The numbers just came out. Sunny, if you can hear me, AB Capital, any view there? The earnings just came out, yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon. So, just I mean, a broader number which I could look at is that so their lending portfolio has grown by closer to 20-25% on NBFC side, and on housing side, it's in 65% growth. So that's a pretty strong growth as far as credit on both NBFC and housing finance business is concerned. Asset management business again seems to be doing well. There also we have seen a kind of 11% year-over-year growth in quarterly average AUM, and at the same time, life insurance business has seen 19% year-over-year growth in terms of margin collection, with the VNB margin at 11.6%, and health insurance business 31% growth on gross premium collection. So, seems a very broad-based growth as far as all the businesses are concerned. One need to check whether is there any one-off in the base quarter which has led to a muted profit growth on a year-over-year basis. But operationally, numbers seems to be very pretty strong for Aditya Birla Capital.
There in fact is, Sunny, not in the base quarter, but in the current quarter, we've seen around 160 crore one-off in terms of the profit after tax from the sale of one of their subsidiaries. So therefore, you're seeing that kind of number. But yes, broadly, it's a steady set. It's a 2.2% ROA that Aditya Birla Capital AB Capital has clocked. And therefore, you're seeing that kind of surge on the counter. But talking about NBFC, Sunny, any of the housing financiers looking attractive at this point? We've seen a rally among the smaller ones. Among the larger ones, LIC Housing came out with numbers not impressive at all. In fact, the street is absolutely unenthused by it. 4% lower. The guidance also that came through wasn't exactly the best. What's your sense with regard to this one, trading at sub 1 times book?
Yeah, again, I mean, LIC Housing Finance has not been able to deliver growth in a scenario where all the other smaller players are delivering a fantastic growth. So I think again, seems to be a case of clear underperformance as far as growth is concerned. So despite of trading at a very cheaper valuation, would like to avoid LIC Housing Finance and would like to prefer other smaller players like PNB Housing came out with a decent number, although there is a overhang of management change over there. And in addition to that, we continue to remain bullish on Home First as well as India Shelter Finance.
Okay. The other couple of stocks which we really wanted to talk to you about, Sunny, is with regard to Sagility. The numbers were standout. They've upped their guidance. I'm not sure if you track it, but does it look interesting at now nearly 8% higher in trade today? Does it look interesting to you as a business and in terms of the way in which the business is making progress?
Yeah, definitely. I think a very strong set of number by Sagility, approximately on healthcare story of United States of America. And at the same time, we have seen a minor upgrade in terms of growth guidance for fiscal year 26. At the same time, trading at a reasonable valuation, even if I ascribe a 30-time price to earning multiple, the company has got a potential to deliver a kind of 1,000 crore annual profitability. So 30,000 crore market cap, I believe, is a fair value of Sagility, wherein the current market cap is closer to 25,000 crore number. So I think 20% upside is something which one can expect from Sagility over the period of next 6 to 12 months.
Okay. All right. So Sagility out there. The other one that I wanted to talk to you about is also a Web of Global. Now, in an otherwise, at a point, Sunny, when you're seeing some of these retail export names in India looking more and more difficult because of the tariffs, life looking more and more difficult for them. This one has delivered a very, very strong set. Again, I'm not sure if you track this one, but very strong set of numbers, and the stock is again up 6.5%. Does it warrant the kind of move, one? And does this one also look interesting? Does the story look interesting? Because the next 3 months is going to likely see festive ordering coming in from Europe, US, UK, and therefore this one might continue to be in focus. So trying to get a sense from you.
Again, Harsh not tracking very actively as far as Vaibhav Global is concerned, but prima facie number looks to be very pretty strong optically. But I would like to dive deep to understand what driving this growth. But obviously, the overhang continue to remain that in case there is some delay on trade deal front between India and US, whether it will impact the business for an upcoming very signally strong quarter, which is the December quarter.
Arpit, what's it looking like to you? Any of these mid caps and very earning specific reactions today? Everything from a Canara Bank to an AB Capital, BHEL, Policy Bazaar, any trading opportunity there? Maybe not today, just a few minutes left, but tomorrow?
But definitely, if you see a very stock specific action is seen, and if you talk about PSU banks, they are the outperformers. Particularly if you talk about the chart structure of Canara Bank, so a classical range breakout on the monthly scale, and the entire PSU index is at life height 80. So that clearly indicates that the outperformance is likely to continue. So one can go long with keeping stop loss of 125 for an upside move towards 140, 145. Second would be from the metal space. Metal index is at life height 80, and within that, Hindalco is a preferred pick. So looking at the chart structure of Hindalco, strong uptrend on the monthly scale, range breakout after almost 13 months. Structure of higher lows is intact on the weekly scale, and on the daily scale also consolidating. So slowly steadily the stock can head towards 900, 920 levels positionally. So Hindalco and Canara Bank would be stocks to watch out for from a medium term to long term perspective.
Okay. Arpit, what's the sense like with regard to, again, an LIC housing? It's one of those buzzers. How is it looking on charts? It's been a long time since we've seen any major movement on this one. And I'm saying, major, by major, I mean something which has moved up maybe 2x in 4 years. That's not really happened. Give us a sense.
So talk about overall the housing space, particularly if you look at the charts of LIC housing. So if I look at the monthly scale, definitely the stock is stuck in a very tight range from last almost 8 months between 600 to almost 400 broader range. On the immediate basis also, if you see it is trading in a narrow range between 540 to 620 levels. So look at the chart setup wise, definitely the consolidation is likely to continue. And the key level to watch out for many major upside move in the change in the trend would be around 620 levels. Till then, our sense is that the stock is likely to consolidate between 520 to 620 levels, and definitely there are better opportunities within this space that one can go for.
Now, some of the other names that were in focus, UBL, Radico, those were just a couple of other names and same kind of segment. Sunny, tell us, some of those numbers not looking pretty at all. What's going wrong in your opinion, and is there a turnaround at play at some point?
Yeah, again, Radico, I think you're talking about Radico, right?
Yes, please. And UBL, United Breweries.
Yeah, United Breweries, yeah, definitely, I think a weaker set of number by United Spirits. Obviously, maybe this may be due to an extended monsoon, because if you look at the product of United Spirits, more of an summer portfolio, and that is something which could have led to a muted performance, because ultimately the top line is something which has not seen any growth during this quarter, and that has led to a muted performance. On the other hand, Radico has delivered a very solid set of growth led by the premiumization. So the prestige and above portfolio has done pretty well. Although this quarter we have seen a very handsome growth in the bottom of the pyramid portfolio, that has led to a kind of muted expansion as far as gross margin is concerned. But overall trend of premiumization seems to be continuing as far as Radico Khaitan is concerned at a current juncture.